Today I will teach you the topic that is array. Now first we'll understand what is an array. An array is a collection of data items all of the same type accessed using a common name. A one-dimensional array is like a list. A two-dimensional array is like a table. Arrays are kind of data structure that can store a fixed sequential collection of elements of the same type. An array is used to store a collection of data, but it is often more useful to think of an array as a collection of variables of the same type. An array is a group or collection of same data types. For example, an int array holds the element of int types, while a float array holds the element of float types. Now what we have right now discussed with you will see with an example. Now let's say I wanted to create a program of sum. So I have to create three variables a, b and c, whichever with the variable names, but with the help of array I can create one variable and that I can store multiple values. Now here I had create array, in that I can store 5 values. Now in that how the values is been stored 0 1 2 3 4 in the form of rows. So like 5 is there, so it will go like 0 1 2 3 4. Now this is a very simple program that I had explained you in the loop also. Now I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So the loop will run till 5 times 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 2 3 4 5 will store in the array that is 0 1 2 3 4. I'll just compile it. 5 2 3 1 2. So 5 has been stored in the array 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. So in this way our program runs. Now I'll show you the example of single dimensional. Earlier also a single dimensional. This is also a single dimensional array. Here my 5 value will be stored over here. Now this is the the sum. Enter 2 number and you will get the sum, the total of it. So it in the loop it will work for 5 times. So 5 values it will allow me to enter. Now how this program will work on? So right now the block element is 0 1 2 3 4. So it will go in 0, it will store 1, then it will come in one column. Now let's say I had enter the number 2. So in the 0 block it will store 2, then I had enter the number that is 4. So in the 1 block it will store what? 4. Now since it is sum plus over here, so that first 2 and then another 4 will get added, it will become 6. Now let's say in the block element I have in the block element number 3 I have entered number 6. So earlier 2 then 4 plus 6 will get sum up because of this sum plus. I'll just compile and I'll run. I'll show it to you. Enter number. So I have entered number 5. So it will store in the array 0. Here 2. What will happen? It will add 5 plus 2 7 in the array block number 1. Now 3. So it will add 5 plus 2 plus 3 in the block element 2. Then 4, it will add 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 in the block element 4, and this is 5. So now this everything will be add up in 0 1 2 3 4 in the array blocks. Now I will get at the end the total. So in this way our program runs. So this was very simple program of single dimensional array. So we have to write the single dimensional array at store the value that is 5. Now multi-dimensional array, this is like I need to explain you. I have drawn the diagram also. Now here since it is the multi-dimensional array, so here is the syntax. So 3 and 3 it stores in the form of rows and column. I'll show you how I will show the diagram of row and column, and I'll explain you how it has been stored. Now I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. J is equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Now what will happen? How this program will run? Now I had made over here rows and column. Now you can see the block element 0 0 0 1 0 2, and then 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1, then 2 2. So in this way this block element has been filled 0 0 0 1 0 2, and then 1 then 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 and 2 2. First is for the I and another is for the j. Here this is I and here this is j. Now when I enter any number, let's say I had entered 1. Okay, so how it will go? Okay, it will first check the loop. Okay, I is equal to 0, j is less than 1, I plus plus. Now j is also 0 and right now I is also 0. So that number will store, okay, in the element that is I and j in 0 and 0. And then what will happen? J value will increase by 1. You can see here 1 over here. So j value will increase by 1 and I value will remain constant from outer to inner when it goes. Now j has again become 2. Now what will happen? Now 3 is not less than is equal to 3, so the condition will be false. Once the condition will be false, so automatically I value will become 1 and j is right now 0, then j is 1 and now j element is 2. Now again the condition has become false, so now I value will increase by 2. Now j is right now 0, j is 1 and right now j is 2. So in this way, okay, 9 times, okay, this will go, because when I write, okay, 3 by 3, it makes, okay, the column and rows of 9. That's what I had showed you. 3, you can see the 3 rows, 1 2 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so in this way your array will function in this program and it will take a sum. Okay, and how it will be stored, okay, I'll just execute it, I'll show it to you. I have written here 1 5 12 14 1 5 12 14 and 1. So in this way, in this, okay, form of rows and columns, it will store over here. So you can see, okay, through a diagram, and I have write, okay, how it is getting stored in I and G and what is the value, okay, in array of I as well as G. If you see this diagram thoroughly and if you analyze the diagram thoroughly, I am sure you will easily crack the program. For the students to understand better clearly, I had drawn the diagram. Hope you have understood this video. If you have any query, you can always ask me in the comment box.